Howdy, hi. This is Deer Drop Sports WNBA Picks and Predictions for Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. We're looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first, got to recap. Pretty normal day one of the WNBA playoffs, besides the fact that the Phoenix Mercury forgot how to play basketball. On the day, we go 6-4, bringing our season record 361 and 355. We did add one person to the banned list. I didn't really think anyone would get added during this entire playoff stint, but we've already added someone, and it's just the first day of games. Satu Sabali, 36 minutes played, 2 of 17 from the field with 3 turnovers. How do you play 36 minutes of basketball, shoot the ball 17 times, and have more TOs than actual baskets made? Egregious. So, she is the main reason why the Mercury lost. We'll get into that in a minute. I will first recap the winners. All right, first game of the day, we faded the Valkyries because they are a fraudulent basketball team. We backed the Minnesota Lynx because they are much better. They win the game. We hit the minus 12.5. We hit the over 147.5. Final score here, Minnesota Lynx 101, Golden State Valkyries 72. This was ugly in the first quarter. Valkyries won the first quarter 28-21. Then Minnesota Lynx won 26-12, 32-18, and 22-14. Valkyries 29% from deep, Minnesota Lynx 42% from deep, Valkyries 34% from the field, Lynx 52% from the field. This Valkyries team is not good. I've been saying it this entire year. They have just constantly been making magic happen in the most ridiculous ways possible. They are going to get swept 2-0, and we will never hear from them again until next season, when I'm sure we will hear from them again. All right, next game we had, it was the Indiana Fever on the road at the Atlanta Dream. To be honest with you, this game was pretty bad. Final score, Atlanta 80, Indiana Fever 68. The Fever, 35% from the field, 13% from deep. Atlanta Dream, 39% from the field, 32% from deep. So neither team shot 40% from the field. Both teams had way too many turnovers, 30 turnovers in a 40-minute game, first round of the playoffs. Not ideal. There were a bunch of free throws. Really just not a good game. So we hit the minus 7.5. We hit the under 158.5. Not really much to talk about. Kelsey Mitchell dropped 27, and they still didn't even cover the spread. I think this Fever team is screwed. Next, we had the Aces minus 6.5. We had the over 159.5. They keep winning basketball games. Aces win this one 102-77. The Storm really didn't even play horribly offensively. They just couldn't stop the Aces on defense. Storm, 44% from the field. Aces, 51%. Storm, 39% from deep. Aces, 48%. Asia Wilson, 29, 8, and 2. Then they had a ton of points off of their bench. Jewel Lloyd, 14. Dana Evans, 13. Cheyenne Parker-Tyus, 7. You had Chelsea Gray put up a 5.46. Jackie Young, 18.57. They are just better than the Storm. So, who knows? Now you get to the absolute nonsense. That was the worst game of the day. Mercury +2, over 164.5. This game went to overtime. An overtime score of 76-69. Liberty, 42% from the field, 30% from deep. They had 21 turnovers, and they won the game. 21 of them. The Mercury, 32% from the field, 23% from deep. They lose the rebound battle, win the turnover battle by 10. They lose the game by 7. The main culprit, actually there was 2 of them now that I'm looking at the stats. Satu Sabali, 2 of 17 from the field. That is just egregiously bad numbers. Then you had Makani, their point guard, 2 of 11 from the field. They combined for how many turnovers? 6 turnovers and 4 made shots. You had your starting point guard and your small forward go 4 of 28 with 6 turnovers, and you still almost won the game. This might have been the worst basketball game I've watched this entire year, and it was between the 4 or 5 seeds in the first round of the playoffs. So that should explain to you the depth of the WNBA. Then we did lose both of our player props. We had AT/PRA over 33.5. She didn't really play that bad. She did shoot the ball 18 times, which is a lot more than I thought she would. Natasha Mack only shot the ball 3 times. Their bench didn't give them any production. So it was more of a forced 18 shot attempts because nobody else could make anything. Then she also had 8 assists. So she finished 14 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. That is 31 PRA. If Satu or Makani could have made any form of jump shot, she would have hit this PRA easy peasy. It's just tough to hit it when they go 4 of 28. Then we had Bree Jones over 20.5 PR. I think she missed this by 3 or 4. Let me pull that up again. Bree Jones, 12 points, only 5 boards, 5 of 7 from the field. Naz Hillman grabbed 9 boards. Ryan Howard had 6. Jordan Canada had 4. Alicia Gray had 6. Everybody else was just snagging them up. And then Bree Jones only shot the ball 7 times. Jordan Canada, 1 of 8. Ryan Howard, 17 shot attempts. Alicia Gray, 16 shot attempts. And 10 free throws. So they just weren't giving the ball to Bree, which is surprising because I thought they'd play through their post with her and Griner. Griner only played 7 minutes, and Bree Jones only shot the ball 7 times. So you're not hitting your PR when you're doing that. All right, that's how we go 6-4. Let's get on to the picks for tomorrow. All right, so we only have 2 games tonight as they gave both the teams traveling from East Coast to West Coast a little bit more time with the travel days, so they play tomorrow. So the 2 games we got, Game 1, Atlanta Dream on the road at the Indiana Fever. I'm going to rock the Dream again, -4.5. This time I'm going to take the over 159.5. I think their offense is going to be on point. Their defense travels well. I just don't think the Fever really have the bodies to keep up with the guards and the bigs down low of Atlanta. I mean, Kelsey Mitchell dropped 27 points in Game 1, and they still couldn't even cover a 7.5-point spread. How are they going to do that here? I don't know. Dream, they won the first game 80-68, and they didn't even play well. They shot 39% from the field. They won the offensive rebound battle. They tied the turnover battle. Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray combined 11 of 33 from the field, and they still won by double digits. If they are any bit of clicking from the field, anything close to 50%, I do not think this game is going to be close. Fever, they shot even worse than the Dream, 35% from the field, 13% from deep. The problem is I just don't really trust their team to actually fix that. I mean, the only person who can fix that is Kelsey Mitchell, and again, she dropped 27. So you were going to be relying on Lexi Hall, Odyssey Sims, and then a bunch of players off the bench who weren't even on NBA or WNBA teams 2 months ago. They're all there on hardship contracts. So I don't know who's actually putting the ball in this hoop. I think Kelsey Mitchell, I typed she might have to drop 30 plus. I think she's going to have to drop 40 plus if they want to win this game, which I don't think is possible. So I will take the Dream and the over. All right, next game, I'm going to do the exact opposite of what I did in Game 1. Give me the Seattle Storm plus 5.5. Give me the under 161.5. I really didn't think I would be taking the Seattle Storm at all if they played the Aces. If they would have taken the Lynx, I probably would have taken them Game 1 and 2. But I'm going to put my faith not in Noelle Quinn, but in Nneka Ogwumike, Ezzy, somewhat Skylar Diggins, Brittany Sykes, and Gabby Williams, and Dominique Malongo off the bench. For all intents and purposes, the coaching staff shouldn't even enter the building. They should be left outside in the parking lot. Let the players enter the building, the fans enter the building, and then I think they can actually win this game. Aces, first game, they won 102-77. They shot really well from the field, especially from deep. 51% from the field, 48% from deep. I don't think that's possible to happen on the road. Seattle is always a lit environment. They haven't really played that well at home this season, just 10-12 straight up. But this place gets rocking. Asia in game 1 dropped 29. Their bench combined to score 34 points. I just don't think they're going to do that on the road. Storm, they shot 44% from the field in game 1. It's not horrible. They just couldn't play any defense. Their veterans down low. Nneka Ogwumike, top 10 WNBA all-time in points and rebounds. They also have Ezi Magmawar, who should be playing better defense than she is. Really don't know what she's been up to for the past 2 months. Gabby Williams needs to turn it on. Brittany Sykes need to make a jump shot. She did not make a single basket game 1 of this series. Then off the bench, you have Dominique Malonga, you have Erica Wheeler. You have to get them activated if your starters are not playing well. I think the Storm can win this game. I will take an ugly battle. Both teams shoot 38% from the field. The Storm win this game, end the Aces winning streak, then go back to Las Vegas and get the absolute doors beaten off of them. All right, now we got 2 player props. I'm going to keep it real simple. Give me 2 players who should shoot the ball a ton and have also been grabbing a decent amount of rebounds and passing the ball. First off, give me Ryan Howard, points, rebounds, and assists over 26.5. I think this line is way too low. Howard, it would appear as though, based off game 1, her and Alicia Gray are taking any single shot attempt they want. She put up 17 shot attempts in game 1. She grabbed 6 rebounds and 2 assists. It's really just her and Alicia, with the occasional appearance of Brianna Jones or Naz Hillman. Jordan Canada really didn't do anything in the first game. The most important thing here, on the road, the Dream play much faster. They are the slowest paced team at home, but one of the fastest paced teams on the road. So they like to get out in transition. They like to put up more 3-pointers on the road. Why that is, I'm not sure, but they do it. So I will take Ryan Howard, PRA, over 26.5. All right, then finally, I'm taking Nneka at that same number, PRA over 26.5. They have to eventually realize you're not going to beat the Aces by playing through your guards. You have to go through Nneka, Ezi, Gabby Williams, and then Dominique Malonga off the bench. In game 1, Nneka Ogwumike only shot the ball 10 times. She also grabbed 8 rebounds and got 3 assists. You have to be giving her the ball more than 10 shot attempts. Nneka, she should be a minimum of 15 shot attempts from the field. Who should not be shooting the ball? Brittany Sykes, no more than 5 shot attempts. Skylar Diggins, I would argue at most 3. She can't shoot. If Erica Wheeler is on coming off the bench, I think that could be a good option. Go to a zone defense if you need to. Just get her the ball on offense. I don't care what else happens. Nneka Ogwumike, get her the ball. You can win this game. So I'll take her PRA over 26.5. All right, that's going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.